Okay, so let's start this again. My bad, guys. Uh, like I said, let's start this over again. That was my bad. I had to go do something. I had to delete this really quick, but I didn't want to keep it running. So anyway, uh, like I said, uh, sorry, sorry again for the not being on yesterday because, like I said, I was tired from work and I had to move the stream anyway. But like I said, I've been doing hours like that forever, so I'm just not used to making shrimp. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. Maybe do what I'm gonna do less, maybe. So who knows? Anyway, like I said, John Breath was Punisher. So it's coming back, and like I said, uh, in the earlier stream, the first season was great. Sec- Second season was amazing. Um, from the little bit that I seen, um, like I said, kind of upset about Jigsaw, but you know, it has. I guess they were going for the more realistic take, the PTSD shit. But anyway, so like I said, Geekosity is saying that, and this is like I said, rumor, and I put rumor in the title. Uh, that he's gonna face Moon Knight in the upcoming Moon Knight series. Oscar Isaac's gonna be playing Moon Knight. So here, here's what he looks like originally. Then, I believe in the 80s or 90s or so, he he kept looking, kept that look until you know further down the line. Um, he looked like this with a suit and a mask. I actually like that look better than this one, to be honest. But like I said, before I was cut off, people call him the people call him the Marvel's Batman when actually it's actually Nighthawk who is from the Squadron Supreme, who is actually the the Marvel Batman. And then he has this look, which which happily didn't last long. So, because that one, this look looked awful to me. I don't know why people let that pass, but yeah, it looks terrible. The arm was okay, but the beak is just awful looking. The cape's too long, and it's just granted, yeah, there's a long cape there, but this one looks like it's like just longer. Sorry about that. Yeah, that look not. It's not very good. It's not very good. I forgot to mention. Give me a second. I'm looking for something. And then there was the ultimate version. Excuse me. Sorry. Um, which was long ago. Um, and the ultimate version appeared in Spider-Man number 79, I believe. Ultimate Spider-Man number 79. Um, his first appearance had him fighting Spider-Man and beating him up, and that was released in the 2000s. So that was 21 years ago. So like I said, it's been a long time. Um, but anyway, yeah. So now that I diverged on Moon Knight and who he is, let's get back to the string. Sorry, I went on a tangent there about Moon Knight, but like I said, uh, supposedly he is Marvel's Batman, quote unquote. Even though he's really not. Marvel has like two other, I believe, um, versions, rip-offs of Batman that's fair, and this has like his story has nothing to do with like oh his parents getting killed and whatever. That's more like I said from earlier, Nighthawk, who is actually Marvel's Batman. But like I said, multiple personality. He has multiple personality disorder. He's been a cabbie. He's been uh, this rich guy, rich kind of gentleman like character. But yeah, um, here's his personalities right here. I wasn't gonna spend a lot of time on this, but seems like I am. But yeah, there you go. A hitman. He was like a gentleman character, rich character, kind of like Bruce Wayne ish. Uh, but not really. Like I said, he's not really Marvel's Batman. A cabbie. So like I said, he has multiple personality disorder. Um, which kind of like drives him kind of like insane. And like there was a what if long ago. I have it actually. From Marvel that said like what if uh all of Moon Knight's personalities came out at once, and it was just this whole panel of him turning into all these people and start beating people up. It's great. I have to figure out which issue it was though. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So the Punisher will face Moon Knight on his Disney Plus series. Oscar Isaac, Moon Knight hasn't started production yet. However, Marvel Studios is already brainstorming what would happen to the second season. It seems that the Punisher is hunting down Moon Knight. Like I said, this is a rumor. So it seems that the Punisher is hunting down Moon Knight. The Punisher sees Moon Knight as a criminal. Mark Spector, who is Moon Knight's real name, uh, his alias is Mark Spector. Um, Once Spectre uses the Moon Knight personality, the Moon God Kushnu, Kushchu, excuse me. I know I said that wrong. This is a fiction, but that's like I said earlier. Um, his story is way different than Batman's. Like he got his powers from a Moon God, um, which I believe has been consistent through the whole entire story of Moon Knight. He has been known as the Fist of Khonshu. This god God gives him strength, but Spectre himself is a well-known martial artist. Moreover, he is a weapons master, expert pilot, detective, and interrogator. Again, uh, kind of like Batman. He's also a marksman. So plans are for John Bertnal to return as the gun-wielding vigilante Punisher. Punisher was originally shown in that Daredevil season 2, which, by the way, excuse me, Daredevil was another, excuse me, the hiccups. Another great show by Netflix, and Daredevil season 2 actually showed the Punisher, and it was great. And then later on, yeah, just not really later on, but I believe it was a couple months or so, maybe a year. He had his own spin-off series, which was great. Like I said, I could go on about Daredevil and like Punisher, like it's great, and Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, uh, all great Netflix series. Haven't seen Defenders yet. Um, Iron Fist is garbage. So, like I didn't even finish that one. Like I only did like one episode of that. That's garbage. But anyway, as one of the main villains, but proved himself to Daredevil that he doesn't want to hurt anyone who's not a criminal. Like I said, he got his own series in 2017. There's no other details. So that's about it. And then there was other rumors out there that he was going to fight Spider-Man. Um, which, by the way, like there was rumors that he was going to be in the next Spider-Man film, uh, Nowhere Home. He was going to fight Spider-Man, which actually echoes his first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man number 129. 19 it was in, which was in 1979, I believe. Um, so yeah. Uh, so the Punisher showed up in 1979 to fight Spider-Man. Um, and then later on in the 80s, like people weren't like ready for him until like a year later in the 80s. Well, yeah, a year later in the 80s, because in 79, like the 70s, you know, there was no violence of that sort, like a gun wielding madman that wants to like kill you because you're a villain. Uh, Spider Man was like fighting the Sinister Six. He was fighting Green Goblin. He was fighting um, the Chameleon. He was fighting all these other characters that aren't uh, gun wielding vigilantes. So then in the 80s, he had his own series, and then people were okay with the Punisher, and now he's been a household name for years. So like I said, uh, Spider-Man, and he showed up in Spider-Man issue 299, Amazing Spider-Man 299 in 1979. So like I said, the rumor goes that he was going to show up um, in Spider-Man No Way Home, and it was kind of like kind of echo this kind of, oh wow, that's how they did that X plus years later. So yeah, I would hope that he shows up in that um in the new movie, hopefully, but I'm not sure. So yeah, this wouldn't technically be the first time. This wouldn't be the first time that he supposedly showed up in a Spider-Man movie. Um, in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, which by the way is my favorite Spider-Man film, and um, the best of the trilogy, way better I would say than the first one. Um, when Mary Jane is running, like she was going to get married to um, John Jameson, who just came back from space. Um, he was running to see Peter, and then and as she's running, sorry about that. I was talking in the background. As she was running to see Peter, um, you see a character in a leather jacket, jeans, and almost looks like Thomas Jane. People were like, "Oh, that's Thomas Jane's Punisher," because because Thomas Jane's Punisher came out um, the same, like the same. I believe it was the same time or a year later than Spider-Man Two. Than Spider-Man Two. But that's actually Thomas Jane's stunt double from Punisher. So yeah, um, like I said, it's a pretty cool thing to see. Like I said, technically not the first. If Punisher shows up in No Way Home, this would technically be not be the first time you see the Punisher. Yeah, pretty fun tidbit of information. Um, but that's gonna be it for this one. Again, sorry for deleting the stream and like moving it to like yesterday. Now I even go. It's like I was, like I said, so fucking exhausted. Now I have to go back at 5. So, um, the next stream will be about the return of Metalocalypse, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and Venture Brothers. So, stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys later. But yeah, um, sorry again. Sorry talking. Uh, so I'll see you guys later, and you know, have a good afternoon, good morning, or whatever you guys, uh, wherever you guys are. Fucking tired. So yeah, see you in the next stream.